Boker Tov, good morning. We continue with our 3-minute daily dose of Torah this week, looking at some elements of Parshat Vayigash. And it's the opening part of the Parsha, which is a climax of the encounters between Yosef and his brothers, still hidden in identity from his brothers. The first part of the parasha is sort of this begging, beseeching, and challenging that Yehuda does, and then we're told that things come to a peak, and Yehuda has put out some begging, really beseeching him for to be merciful and what's going to happen to his father. And the Torah reads as follows: the beginning of Perek Memhei. V'lo yachol Yosef lehitapek l'chol hanitzavim alav. Yosef could no longer control himself regarding all those people who were there standing before him. And he called Vayikra Hotziu Kol Ish Me'alai. He gave the instructions to get everybody out of here. And nobody else was with him when he made himself known. Yosef made himself known to his brothers. Who are these people, and why does Yosef insist that they leave the space? There are many interpretations that are offered. They might be, as the Ramban suggests, the people that are pleading before him. Nitzavim alav are those who are there making the case, especially to be this poor kid Binyamin, that they're sort of there, and they're pressuring Yosef, and he wants the pressure taken off of him as he's doing this. Or, as he suggests, maybe it means his own assistants, Mishar Tav. Those are the Nitzavim alav, people who stand in waiting before him. But I think most powerfully we look at the words of Rashi. Lo hayal yachol lisbol sheyu Mitzrayim nitzavim alav b'shomim she'achav mitbaishin behodio lahem. What he couldn't handle, these were just the Egyptians. It's a busy court, even in his own space, and Yosef didn't want to have them present. Now, why didn't he want to have them present when he made himself his identity known to his brothers? So, according to the Rashi, what he was worried about is the busha, the shame that his brothers would feel in this moment. I'm Yosef, who you sold down to Egypt, and it's really fascinating, right? You could say it's his chance to finally put it back in their faces, all that they've done to harm him and send him down as they did as a slave. And Yosef decides that's not what he wants. This is not something that needs to happen before others. In fact, he's not looking to shame his family at all, not to call them out in a way which will bring them that personal shame, or certainly the public shame. He wants something different here. He'd like the chance, it seems at this point, to rebuild with his family. And so everyone must leave so that he can have a personal encounter with his brothers as he makes his identity known to them. That's really important, folks, about all the times in which we know we've been hurt. There are issues that we have with another person who might have really caused us harm, and we need to call them out on it. What's our goal? Is our goal to shame them and all of that, or is it somehow to have them face it and then hopefully repair something together? If it's the latter, then no one else needs to know. No one needs to know. Now the whole house of Paro ends up hearing it because they're all standing there with their cup on the cups on the door. But he doesn't. That's not his goal. His goal is to actually repair something, and for that, no one else really needs to know. Have a good day, and may it be a day in which you reach out to the people around you, even those with whom you've had challenges, in order to try to perhaps bring some repair to those relationships.